so much information, so much cloud of emotions, so many feelings, so much childhood baggage that you're bringing. Like, how have you always cut through that and execute on that?
You know, what I try to do is just try to be still and understand that things come and go. Emotions come and go. The important thing is to accept them all, to embrace them all. And then you can choose to do with them what you want versus being controlled by emotion. You know, a lot of times I've seen players, even myself, you know, when I was younger, being consumed by a particular fear. And to the point where you're saying, okay, nah, it's not good to feel fear. I shouldn't be nervous in this situation. Like, nah. And it does nothing but grow. Versus stepping back and saying, yeah, I am nervous about this situation. Yeah, I am fearful about this situation. Well, what am I afraid of? And then you kind of unpack it. And then it gives you the ability to look at it for really what it is, which is nothing more than your imagination running its course.
We had the greatest basketball player to ever touch the basketball court in Kobe Bryant, basically explaining his philosophy on emotions and his fears and, you know, how he overcome fears as far as in sports. And, you know, firstly in sports, and then if you really pay attention and you really break those situations down, you can apply that same wisdom to real life. And, you know, and I think a lot of us, we all tend to do it. We tend to overthink things a lot of times. Like everybody does it, you know what I'm saying? It's in our nature to do it. But when you use that tactic of what he called basically unpacking the fear, you know what I'm saying, and really basically getting down to the root of it and realizing that it's not necessarily as deep as you think it is, you know what I'm saying, because 9 times out of 10 it's just your ego. That's just some good stuff that I feel like you could apply to your life, man. Like, it's a good philosophy that you could just apply to your life. It's good wisdom in there. And, you know, because just like he was explaining as far as with the free throw situation, he was like, most people, you're just embarrassed about, most importantly, you're afraid of being embarrassed. Like, that's the biggest thing, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that applies to everybody in reality, period. It's not just bad, it's a little bit more pressure as far as when you're dealing with free throws and stuff, because you got millions of people eyes on you and all that kind of stuff, but millions of people eyes on you in real time. But, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, social media is the same way, because you could be embarrassed on social media. You know what I'm saying? Somebody can post you or do something and post something of you being embarrassed, and that can go viral, and now millions of eyes is on you. But at the end of the day, people gonna say stuff, but they gonna forget it at the end. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I took out of it, because it's like people do forget stuff. And it's not that big of a deal, and that's why I feel like you should get over it. Don't be doing nothing crazy, you know what I'm saying? But get over it, because it's like people gonna forget it anyways. And we see that with celebrities all the time. We see this philosophy. We see people forgetting stuff that celebrities did all the time, because it's just certain people in the world, they gonna rock with you no matter what, regardless of what it is. I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't disagree with it, you know what I'm saying? But I just know I'm a realist, and I understand that that's just the reality. And as far as when he touched on the base with fear, you know, he pretty much hit it on the head. And I also, like, when I was listening to him, it also made me think about a quote that I seen 50 Cent share. I'm not sure if he was the one that made the quote, but I seen him share a quote. It said, "Danger is real and fear is an illusion." And I feel like that's a good quote to, you know what I'm saying, it's like that's a good mantra that you could put in your mental, because 9 times out of 10, the stuff that we fear, it be stuff that we, just like he said, it's not tangible. It doesn't be stuff that, you know what I'm saying, like, it's not stuff that's actually in your reality. You just making it up in your head. Because I know with me, when I do that, it causes, like, I can feel myself having anxiety. Like, I'm like, all right, now you thinking too far ahead. So therefore it makes me, you know, get anxious about stuff that's not even here, you know what I'm saying, that doesn't even matter. But it was some real good wisdom in that video, man, and I most definitely had to get that out there. I had to share that, because it's, if you apply it, I know it works. I know it works, because I know that unpacking it idea, that concept that he gave, that works. Because it's like, that unpacking it, and also the main thing is admitting that, hey, I'm afraid or I'm nervous, or admitting it, cause for dang sure when you don't admit it, for sure, you know what I'm saying, it gets worse. That's for sure, and it gets bigger. So apply it.